That dusty spice jar of turmeric in your kitchen cabinet. It's actually a 4,000-year-old medical breakthrough hiding in plain sight. Picture yourself in an ancient Indian marketplace where healers select vibrant yellow roots that could determine your family's fate. The air fills with exotic aromas as practitioners crush golden rhizomes into fine powder. The same spice you probably sprinkle on roasted vegetables without a second thought. In their hands, this humble root transforms into the golden goddess. Not just flavor, but medicine powerful enough to tame the flames of inflammation ravaging your body. These Ayurvedic physicians aren't just cooking. They're practicing a healing ritual older than the pyramids, blending turmeric with precise amounts of oil, honey or milk. Mothers apply golden paste to scrape knees, elders sip turmeric milk for joint pain, and holy men incorporate the vibrant powder into purification ceremonies that have sustained their traditions for millennia. Around you, reverent whispers call it destroyer of poison and bringer of prosperity. Ambitious titles that would perplex Western scientists until molecular imaging revealed what ancient healers somehow already knew. With each season, this traditional knowledge grows stronger, refined through careful observation in a medical tradition that remains unbroken across thousands of years. The golden wisdom travels ancient trade routes, influencing healing practices from China to Greece, while establishing turmeric as nature's most versatile pharmacy-grade tool. These ancient healers couldn't imagine their humble kitchen spice would one day be scrutinized under powerful microscopes, ultimately validating what they discovered through generations of careful observation. But what if I told you Western medicine dismissed this golden healer as mere folklore for centuries, relegating turmeric to nothing more than an exotic curry ingredient? This revered medicine became merely a colorful culinary curiosity in Western kitchens, its profound healing legacy almost entirely forgotten until a watershed moment in the late 20th century. Your journey through turmeric's remarkable rediscovery reveals not just an extraordinary spice sitting in your pantry, but challenges everything you believe about which healing traditions deserve scientific respect. Modern investigation into turmeric began reluctantly in the mid-20th century, with researchers skeptical that your ordinary kitchen spice could possess significant therapeutic value beyond folk remedies. The first crack in scientific resistance came in 1949, when researchers at the Tropical School of Medicine in Calcutta documented turmeric's antibacterial properties against pathogens that might threaten your family's health. The true breakthrough exploded in 1973 when German scientists isolated curcumin, the primary bioactive compound giving turmeric both its distinctive golden color and its remarkable ability to calm inflammation throughout your body. Curcumin makes up just 2 to 5% of your turmeric powder, but has become one of the most extensively studied natural therapeutic agents in modern medicine, potentially transforming how you approach everyday inflammation. Scientists discovered curcumin's unique molecular structure allows it to interact with multiple cellular systems simultaneously, a versatility rarely found in single compounds, but perfectly aligned with how Ayurvedic practitioners describe turmeric as balancing your entire system. This molecular architecture creates what scientists call pleiotropic effects in your body, meaning it produces multiple beneficial outcomes through different pathways rather than targeting just one system. For your daily health, curcumin's most significant impact comes from inhibiting nuclear factor kappa B NFKB, essentially intercepting the very cellular signals that trigger and sustain chronic inflammation, now recognized as an underlying factor in almost every disease affecting modern humans. When this NFKB pathway runs wild in your body, as it commonly does due to stress, environmental toxins, and processed foods, it drives inflammation, contributing to everything from heart disease to cognitive decline. Studies by MD Anderson Cancer Center proved curcumin effectively suppresses the production of inflammatory molecules in your body. In everyday terms, it quiets the cellular alarm signals, keeping your immune system unnecessarily fired up and damaging healthy tissues. Beyond regulating NFKB, curcumin modulates the same enzyme targets that popular over-the-counter pain medications aim to inhibit, specifically cyclooxygenase 2, COX2, and lipoxygenase, LOX, but through multiple complementary pathways rather than a single mechanism. A groundbreaking 2021 clinical trial found that curcumin supplementation matched prescription anti-inflammatory drugs in reducing rheumatoid arthritis symptoms, but with significantly fewer adverse effects on your digestive system and liver. Parallel to fighting inflammation, curcumin functions as one of nature's most powerful antioxidants, with an oxygen radical absorbance capacity, ORAC, value exceeding many other antioxidant-rich foods you might take for cellular protection. The ways curcumin shields your cells from oxidative damage are remarkably diverse. It directly neutralizes harmful free radicals, inhibits enzymes generating these damaging molecules, and enhances your body's own antioxidant enzymes. A 2022 study revealed how curcumin's unique chemical structure allows it to sacrifice parts of its own molecular structure to neutralize the free radicals that would otherwise damage your cellular components and accelerate aging. Furthermore, curcumin activates a master cellular regulator called NRF2, essentially teaching your cells to better protect themselves rather than merely providing temporary protection. This activation of NRF2 triggers a cascade of protective mechanisms in your cells, explaining why traditional Ayurvedic texts describe turmeric as increasing resilience to multiple forms of stress. The neuroprotective effects of curcumin received scientific validation when researchers at UCLA found it crosses the blood-brain barrier and binds directly to beta-amyloid plaques, potentially inhibiting the formation of these toxic proteins associated with Alzheimer's disease. A 2023 study showed significant improvements in memory and attention in adults, with mild age-related memory complaints after taking curcumin supplements for 18 months, potentially protecting your most precious asset, your mind. The ancient Ayurvedic use of turmeric for wound healing gained scientific credibility through research demonstrating that curcumin enhances tissue repair by increasing collagen formation while simultaneously reducing oxidative damage at wound sites. If you suffer from digestive issues, you'll be interested to know that a 2024 clinical study showed curcumin supplementation significantly reduces symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome by modulating gut inflammation and improving the intestinal barrier that protects you from harmful bacteria. A comprehensive systematic review analyzed over 100 clinical trials and concluded that curcumin demonstrated therapeutic potential against arthritis, metabolic syndrome, anxiety, and high cholesterol, validating the Ayurvedic concept of turmeric as a broad-spectrum healing agent. Perhaps most intriguing for your long-term health is curcumin's potential anti-cancer properties, with extensive evidence suggesting it can inhibit cancer development at multiple stages, including tumor initiation, promotion, and progression. A 2021 review detailed curcumin's anti-cancer mechanisms, inducing programmed cell death specifically in cancer cells, while sparing normal cells, inhibiting tumor growth, suppressing blood vessel formation in tumors, and reducing cancer's ability to spread. Clinical trials have begun exploring how curcumin might complement conventional cancer treatments, with a recent study showing that curcumin supplementation reduced the severity of radiation dermatitis, the painful skin damage affecting breast cancer patients undergoing radiation therapy. Despite these promising findings that could transform your approach to health, clinical application of curcumin faces one major obstacle: poor bioavailability, meaning when you consume regular turmeric powder, beneficial compounds are rapidly metabolized and eliminated before reaching your bloodstream. The bioavailability challenge explains why traditional Ayurvedic preparations often combine turmeric with black pepper, a practice you should adopt in your kitchen, as research confirmed that piperine, black pepper's active component, increases curcumin's bioavailability by up to 2,000%. Modern pharmaceutical technology has developed several strategies to overcome curcumin's bioavailability limitations, including nanoparticle formulations, phospholipid complexes, and structural analogues that maintain therapeutic activity while improving absorption. Liposomal curcumin formulations encapsulate curcumin molecules within phospholipid bilayers, similar to your own cell membranes, protecting them from degradation in your digestive tract and enhancing cellular uptake. Water dispersible formulations using technologies such as cyclodextrin inclusion complexes dramatically improve solubility while preserving the biological activity that creates benefits throughout your body. The scientific validation of turmeric has catalyzed an explosion of research with published studies on curcumin, increasing from fewer than 100 before 1990 to over 18,000 in 2023, making it one of the most extensively studied natural compounds in modern medicine. This scientific renaissance extends beyond curcumin to investigate other bioactive compounds in turmeric, including dimethoxycurcumin and aromatic turmerone, which exhibit complementary activities that may contribute to the whole herb effects described in traditional medicine. Research demonstrated these curcuminoid analogues possess varying degrees of anti-inflammatory and antioxidant activities, suggesting that your grandmother's turmeric tea might have contained a perfect natural balance of compounds that modern medicine is only beginning to fully appreciate. Recent research has uncovered turmeric's potential as an epigenetic regulator, with studies showing curcumin can influence how your genes are expressed without altering the underlying DNA sequence, essentially helping optimize which genetic programs are active in your cells. This epigenetic modulation explains the adaptogenic properties attributed to turmeric in Ayurvedic medicine, as it allows for flexible responses to different physiological stressors through dynamic regulation of multiple gene networks. The versatility of curcumin's mechanisms has led to investigations into its potential applications for emerging health challenges, including a 2023 study suggesting curcumin's ability to bind to viral proteins might inhibit the entry of certain viruses into host cells. The cross-cultural scientific validation of turmeric exemplifies what ethnopharmacologists term reverse pharmacology, where traditional medical knowledge guides modern drug discovery, a process uncovering solutions to your health concerns hiding in plain sight for millennia. This approach proves particularly valuable with turmeric, as the long history of human use provides insights into safety, dosing, and potential applications that would be difficult to discern through conventional laboratory research alone. The scientific verification of turmeric's medicinal properties represents a significant bridge between traditional medical systems and modern biomedicine, challenging the historical tendency to dismiss indigenous healing traditions. A comprehensive 2024 meta-analysis examining 120 randomized controlled trials of curcumin supplementation found statistically significant improvements across multiple biomarkers of inflammation and oxidative stress, providing robust scientific evidence for incorporating this golden spice into your health regimen. Scientists increasingly recognize the sophisticated understanding embedded within traditional medical systems that identified these properties thousands of years before modern analytical techniques became available. Systems biology and network pharmacology now provide frameworks for understanding how multi-target botanical medicines like turmeric function in your body, moving beyond the reductionist single-compound, single-target paradigm that dominated 20th century pharmacology. Through these advanced approaches, researchers have mapped how curcumin simultaneously modulates multiple protein networks in your cells, essentially rewiring cellular signaling patterns in ways that promote balance and resilience. This systems-level activity aligns with the traditional Ayurvedic concept of rasayana herbs, which were understood to promote longevity by balancing fundamental bodily systems rather than treating isolated symptoms. Recent chronomedicine research has even begun investigating how curcumin influences your body's circadian rhythms and clock genes, potentially explaining traditional recommendations for specific timing of turmeric consumption. As our understanding of turmeric continues evolving, it increasingly appears that ancient Ayurvedic physicians, through centuries of careful observation, developed a sophisticated understanding of this medicinal plant that modern science is only now beginning to validate. Therefore, the scientific validation of turmeric not only confirms the power of this golden spice sitting in your kitchen cabinet, but offers a profound opportunity to reconsider the relationship between ancient healing wisdom and modern research. The convergence of ancient knowledge and cutting-edge science around this humble spice challenges you to adopt more inclusive approaches to your personal health, recognizing that valuable healing traditions from diverse cultures might complement your modern medical care. As curcumin advances through clinical trials for conditions ranging from arthritis to Alzheimer's disease, you're witnessing the transformation of a traditional remedy into evidence-based interventions that may address some of your most pressing health concerns. Your spice rack already contains powerful medicines whose potential has been hiding in plain sight, waiting for science to develop the frameworks to understand what traditional healers recognized through generations of careful observation. Beyond any single application, turmeric's journey from ancient remedy to modern research subject offers a compelling model for how we might rediscover the vast pharmacopoeia of traditional medical systems through contemporary science. What began as sacred knowledge guarded by Ayurvedic practitioners has evolved into one of the most extensively researched natural therapeutic agents available today, with thousands of studies confirming what traditional healers asserted for millennia. The humble golden route that traveled from ancient medical texts to modern laboratories bridges different medical traditions and connects your ancestral past to a future where traditional wisdom and scientific innovation combine to create more effective approaches to health. As scientists continue exploring the molecular mechanisms behind turmeric's diverse effects, they honor generations of traditional healers whose careful observations first identified this remarkable plant's medicinal value. The most important lesson from turmeric's scientific validation is recognizing that different knowledge systems, whether developed in ancient temples or modern laboratories, can complement rather than contradict each other in our shared pursuit of well-being. Next time you sprinkle turmeric in your cooking, remember you are participating in a healing tradition spanning thousands of years that continues evolving as we discover new dimensions of this ancient medicine's remarkable abilities.